Good Friday to all of you. I'm Ryan. This is Indiana Weather Online. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're going to focus in on the concern today for numerous showers and storms across the state, and also take a look into the future as well, updating you guys on that Monday, Tuesday time frame where severe weather becomes a concern here for the state of Indiana. Let's go ahead and dive right on into the forecast today. So if you look on your screen here, that is your general thunderstorm risk here, the entire state of Indiana firmly within a thunderstorm risk from the SPC, which is your Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma. Going into the models today, we have potential already ongoing across the state, but potential still exists here for numerous and widespread individual little pop-up cells across the state today. Now, the overall concern for severe weather is quite low, but similar to yesterday, if you guys lived in South or Central Indiana, we're going to have an environment that's going to be productive or conducive to microbursts and or downbursts. So same thing really. So what microbursts are essentially is a lot of rain coming down all at once, whether a storm is collapsing on itself or the rain core is really strong. All that rain comes down with such force, it spreads outward, and that outward movement can cause gusty winds, sometimes close to, if not over, severe limits. Similar picture to yesterday, we had numerous downbursts occur, but none that really got up to severe limits. Today is another one of those days we're going to have a lot of downbursts, probably a lot of special weather statements being issued, which are not severe warnings or a step below. But again, the environment today would be conducive to those downbursts and microbursts, so I would not be shocked to see one or two severe storms in the state today. All right, keep an eye on the sky. It's gonna be rainy, going to be probably stormy out there as well. Severe threat is low. Wouldn't be shocked to see one or two warnings in the state. If there are warnings, Caleb has you guys covered here with live coverage, wherever that may be. So, if you basically what I'm trying to tell you guys, if you have outdoor plans, make sure you have a shelter nearby and a radar app handy, as it'll be likely numerous rounds here of showers and storms across the state today. Here's 3 p.m. here, Eastern. Here's 4 p.m. Here's 5 p.m. Here's 6 p.m. 7 p.m. 8 p.m., 9 p.m., about 10 or so, these pop-up little showers go away with the heat of the day. All right, so overall, rainy, stormy day out there. Take it easy if you're heading outside. Make sure you have shelter and make sure you have ways to receive warnings or statements in the event that the NWS issues those for your location. Now, attention shifts to the future of our weather here. So we have that risk for storms today. Going tomorrow, we have a risk for storms on the west half of the state. We're not going to talk too much about that. We'll cover that later today, but also looking into the future here, Monday, Tuesday. Starting with Monday, you have a slight risk in place here from the SPC for severe weather up by the Gary area. A marginal risk will likely come further east and south. Keep an eye on that. But overall, the north half of the state really has some concern there, perhaps the west half of the state too. Monday night especially, for severe weather, as we have numerous models indicating we're going to have some instability around a few of these storms. I think the concern for me personally is more intriguing for Indiana. I say intriguing, but perhaps I should say the threat from my perspective looks worse on Tuesday from a model perspective, but also the SPC here as well. The SPC sticking with the entire state of Indiana in a level 2 slight risk here. Doesn't matter if you're in Fort Wayne, Vincennes, Evansville, Richmond, doesn't really matter where you are. You're in a risk on Tuesday. The risk is becoming more clear with models. We're here to Friday. We're not going to get specific just yet until probably that Sunday time frame, but it is trending from my perspective at least, more so toward a dominant wind and hail event, more so than a tornado event. We're going to have to see how that trends next 2 days here, but I do think the risk is much higher for wind and hail than it is tornadoes at this point. Time frame on this looks to be centered afternoon and evening, so keep an eye on that as well. Hopefully, we'll nail down specifics here by Sunday. So hopefully we can say, hey, between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. by around that Sunday time frame. All right, but right now, we just don't know the exact details on that just yet. Put in the back of your mind, 2 rounds possible, beside today, obviously. Storms possible today. But for that Monday, Tuesday time frame, put in the back of your mind here, Monday night for Indiana could get loud, but also and especially here on Tuesday afternoon and evening, I would expect there to be a more substantial risk here in the state, based on what I see with current models. All right. With that being said, keep it short and sweet. 5-minute video here today. You guys enjoy your day. Stay inside or should I say, if you're heading outside, make sure you have ways to keep an eye on the sky, whether it's radar, your eyes. If you hear thunder, go indoors. With that being said, I'll pop out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's update video. You guys stay safe out there.